Sue Ashton, everybody is so sad about Lewis the koala dying. Thank you very much for all the work that you're doing up there. His injuries were just too much at the end, were they?
Yes, they were. We knew when he was rescued and came into the koala hospital that his burns were extensive, and right from the start we said his prognosis was guarded. We did our very best for him. We gave him a lot of love and a lot of attention, but unfortunately it became an animal welfare issue. We wouldn't keep him alive if his quality of life long term wasn't going to be worth living.
And the woman who rescued him was able to come in and say goodbye?
Yes, Tony Doherty, who rescued him in the fire, she was able to come into the koala hospital and say goodbye before we actually euthanased him.
How many other koalas are you caring for at the moment as a result of the bushfires?
As a result of the bushfires, we've got 33 koalas in the hospital with varying degrees and severity of burns. Some are quite badly burned and they're being monitored very carefully in our intensive care units. Some have come in relatively unscathed and they're in our outdoor enclosures and doing quite well.
Where will you release them given how much of their habitat has been destroyed?
Our goal at the Koala Hospital is always to put koalas back where they came from because they live in populations and in quite distinct areas. So these guys, when they've been rescued, we monitor exactly where they've come from. They'll stay with us for 6 to 9 months until their habitat restores, and then we'll release them back almost exactly in the same tree as they were rescued from.
Can you give some broader context? What is the situation facing koalas generally in Australia at the moment?
We're very concerned about the plight of the koalas and what's going to happen to this lovely, iconic Australian. With all of these fires and the number that have been wiped out, hundreds and hundreds and maybe even close to thousands, it's going to take a long time for these wild animals to recover from that. They breed about every 18 months to 2 years, if you're lucky. To lose hundreds in just a 2-week period, you can imagine how long it's going to take to rebuild those populations.
How surprised are you at how much attention Lewis's case has garnered here in Australia and around the world?
Absolutely overwhelmed. We had no idea that it would generate so much interest, and for the Koala Hospital it's been absolutely wonderful, but also for koalas. I think it's really brought them front and centre, and they deserve to be. They're just wonderful little creatures.
Has the attention translated into donations and support?
Oh yes. Our GoFundMe account, which we set up to build wildlife water stations and also to establish a wild koala breeding program, which will be the first in the world, went way past our goal, which was 25,000. It's almost, 1.75 million, and we had no idea it would reach anything like that. A lot of the donations too are coming in small amounts, like $10 and $20, which just shows how widespread the interest is in koalas.
Well, thank you for everything that you do, and thank you for making time to speak to our viewers tonight.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Lee Sales. Thanks for watching this story. If you'd like to watch more of 7:30's stories, they are on the left of your screen. And tap on the button below to subscribe and get the latest from ABC News.